Hello, beautiful Leo Pride. I am so grateful to be sitting with you today, talking the April 2020 reading. We are in revolutionary times. What else can we expect from Saturn starting his journey through Aquarius with Uranus doing the work in Taurus? Our fellow fixed signs are getting plenty of energy, which of course means that we are also, as Leos, Leo energy as that fixed sign is going to be feeling these big revolutionary energies at a personal level. Not to scare you or anything like that. It's not scary. It's not bad. But it does mean you're going to want to really empower yourself at this time and know that a big part of the process for Leos is owning your place within this context, owning your place within this world, and really being proud of that and being clear about that and letting your light shine. And that was the big message that came through. We're getting our sea legs when it comes to Saturn and Aquarius. He's just visiting for a little bit right now, but we are definitely getting used to his energy. We are getting used to the fact that he's activating Uranus and Taurus. We are getting used to the fact that we are in a new energetic cycle completely at this point, and that for the next few years we're going to be looking at new and different solutions. April is kind of this breath to get used to those shifts before we start doing even more shifting in May, June, and July. And so this is an important month to get really clear with yourself, really clear with your intuitive process. So we have Jupiter and Pluto conjunct at the very tail end of Capricorn for the first half of this month while we're in Aries season. So that's going to be hitting into your 6th house. So just take care of your body, make sure you're checking in with your health, what's feeling good, what's feeling supportive to you. Put a little extra focus on that. Of course, in Aries season, this is really great for Leos. This is visionary energy. The sun moving through Aries means that you are able to kind of see from that bird's eye perspective and get really clear on your paradigm and how you want to use your energy and your gifts in the world. 2 of Pentacles. Little uncertainty, a little nervousness maybe about owning your space and owning your path. That's fair. We have Venus moving into Gemini this month, right? And Venus is going to start her pre-shadow work before she does her retrograde, all in Gemini. That will be happening in May and June. But as Venus moves into Gemini, this is also a revolution when it comes to your friendships and your community and you being able to kind of really home in on that and nurture that a little bit. And that's something that's going to be going on in the background of everything for the next several months. It's going to be a part of what you're exploring. Your relationships in general are going to be something you will be exploring all the way through July. Romantic and platonic and business-wise. These are going to be important themes for you. But what I will say, because you will be working with Venus in Gemini and Saturn in Aquarius for these next few months, right? What I will say about that is that your relationships will naturally harmonize and get deeper as long as you are continuing to commune with yourself and honor that process. And that is really important. Now, as we move into the second half of the month and we move into Taurus season, we go for Leos from this place of kind of the bird's eye view, having a shift in philosophy, getting tapped into that fire energy into Taurus, which is all about your destiny in the world, right? So we smack right into the power of Taurus, and a lot's happening in Taurus because we start Taurus season on the 19th. We have a new moon in Taurus on the 22nd. We have a Sun Uranus conjunction in Taurus on the 25th. Hierophant, as I'm speaking about the Taurus energy. Destiny in the world. Oh my gosh, leadership energy. Whoa. Okay. And then Mercury enters Taurus as well. So as we tap into Taurus energy, Leos, get ready. Get ready. The thing is that I think about the Leo trajectory, there were like 5 or 6 years there that were really about deep learning and doing the heavy lifting, right? Looking at the shadow side. Magician wanted to come out. I love that. I mean, come on. That is gold right there. That is gold. Hierophant, magician. Let's just sit with that for a second. There was that long phase, right, of learning boundaries, learning your value, learning that you are allowed a seat at the table, learning that you are allowed to advocate for what you want, learning that you are deeply lovable. And that's all been really great just as a personal evolution. But guess where you get to use that, all of that learning now? You get to use it in this new world that we are in this new energetic time that we are in. I think about Leos and all that energy. And, you know, like I said, Saturn's just visiting Aquarius for a moment. He doesn't really begin his full transit through Aquarius until December this year. But there's going to be a big opposition for, you know, up until early 2023 with Saturn and Leos, right? Saturn's going to be opposing us in Aquarius. And, you know, be careful what you kind of look at online as far as the information that will be given to you about Saturn. In your opposing sign, there's going to be a lot of fear-mongering going on there, and it's a big no-no for me. The thing that's really interesting about that is that Saturn is going to be asking you to step into your full power. That's it. It's just going to say, you know, this is your time to shine. You have this revolutionary planet there partnering with you in an opposition. Guess what that means? Leos are stepping up to the plate, right? And I don't mean to like make this all like a burden. This is not about a burdensome process for you all. This is about Knight of Cups. Yes, love that. This is about you joyfully, kindly, lovingly opening that door. You know, I think about Leo energy. There's such an importance to it. I would say Taurus and Leo right now, as far as leaders, are very important because these two signs, these two fixed signs, offer very important energies. They offer the energy of the mother and the child. They offer the energy of leadership. They offer the energy of innovation, steadiness, peace, calm, joy, playfulness. And that is what we need. Four of Cups. And so what I've been kind of noticing about April is, yeah, there are things moving around. You know, we have our usual, we got a full moon in Libra, we got a new moon in Taurus, we got a lot of Venus energy happening here. We have some of this heavy hitting energy still going on in Capricorn. We do. But it's about getting kind of used to some of the new directives you may be getting. It's kind of about Six of Swords. It's kind of about getting your sea legs, getting your mind wrapped around some of the messaging, getting your feeling of practicing into your empowerment, even in the face of uncertainty. Nine of Swords. Very popular energy this month. It's a very popular choice of energy, and I get it. You know, I have my moments too, for sure. I think sometimes we think that when the world is in a state, when the collective is in a state of deep uncertainty, as it is right now, that somehow there is no such thing as empowerment within that uncertainty. But this is often where we can find out that empowerment isn't reliant on things just working out all the time, right? Empowerment can happen any place at any time. And often when we are in a catalytic time, Page of Pentacles, that's when our empowerment can be the loudest and the clearest and the strongest. And for Leos, there is a really important calling here to step into your empowerment as the charismatic leaders. I know the crown can be heavy at times, right? It can be heavy to feel that your warmth and vitality and caring is something that you have to always give. But once again, really important to come from that place of natural ease with it. Don't be giving yourself away because you feel you're supposed to. That's not going to work out for anybody. This is something that emanates from you naturally. And that can look like anything from being an artist to being somebody who does literally lead people to just showing up to your relationships in new and deep ways, right? This can look like so many different things. Leos across the world are doing fabulous, interesting things that are so different. But there is a deeper purpose. And the fact that you have that magnetism and that ability to hold space for it is crucial here. So let's get into it. All right, we're starting with a little bit of uncertainty here. There's a little bit of like, am I allowed? Am I allowed to be who I am, even in this uncertain time? Is it selfish? Is it too much? Like maybe I'm just full of crap. You know that voice? I know you know that voice, right? But it's so much smaller than that warm beacon that is here with you. Destiny activation. That was a theme that came up when I was writing up the notes for Leo. And when I see these cards, I am so into it. I am so into this energy. These are catalytic movers and shakers, right? These are message bringers, right? They teach, they speak, they bring clarity. So you can think of this in a couple of ways. On the one hand, lean into that deeper spiritual guidance that you have within yourself. Ask for help. Ask for help from your inner guidance system. Ask for help from your guides. Ask for help from your friends and family. Ask for help. Just because you're charismatic and magnetic and stepping into your higher destiny does not suddenly mean you have to do that alone. Right? You are allowed to ask for guidance and wisdom. So these two energies definitely speak to that. In turn, you are able to activate this part of yourself that allows you to step into your full power. Boom. Full, vibrant, loud power. The clarity of which is easy. The thing for me is when I see that energy, this isn't some surprise. This isn't just coming out of left field. Like, oh, I didn't know that I had this skill set or this thing that I've been building inside of myself. This is something that's been building for years. This is something that's culminating at a really profound point. And this month, like I said, we're getting our sea legs, we're listening into that wisdom, we're incorporating it. And so that message will get clearer and clearer as the month unfolds. It's something that will get a lot firmer as you listen in. Now, I'm also loving this because we've got this Knight of Cups, right? The romance guy. And the thing that I love about Knight of Cups, he's kind of an idealist, right? I always think about him as kind of the guy that truth, love, and beauty, flowers, believing in the fairy tale. He's all about the fairy tale. Now, of course, the shadow side of that is that we can delude ourselves and not really pay attention to what matters or, skip over the parts that matter. But we need this energy right now, the dreamer, right? When we let the voice of scarcity and fear be the only leader, we never find new solutions. Byron Katie says there are no new stressful thoughts. They're all recycled. We've been recycling them forever, and the dreamer, the believer, the one who can see something kind and good and valuable is the one who's going to come up with the answer, right? Even if he's called crazy by those around him. And that's what I love about Knight of Cups. Now, of course, this is very romantic energy as well. This is very ooey gooey love energy as well. And it's good to keep in mind that balance between being a heavy hitting leader, really stepping up to your destiny, the work you do in the world, and letting love and guidance and support come in. Now, Leos, I know this is a lot, right? This is a lot, and it's big, and it's impactful, and you're going to have emotions about it. You are going to cry. You're going to want to maybe hide a little bit. That is fine. I'm all about feeling the full process. But, that's where these next three cards are speaking to that. They're speaking to that process. 4 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 9 of Swords. I think 4 of Cups is kind of a preparatory phase, right? It's like you can't see the next opportunity coming in. You may even feel Like you're stuck and you want answers and it's freaking you out. Why don't I know what this is going to be or what this is going to look like? Even if I have the feeling of it, I don't see the results yet. That's okay. Sometimes, especially the beginning of this month, you may be feeling like you've got to sit still a little bit more. You've got to sit still and look a little bit more. And, you have some changes coming up, right? And I'm not talking about catastrophic changes. It's that as you activate a new part of yourself, a new destiny, a new way of moving through the world, you are traveling to a new shore. You are getting your mind wrapped around what that's going to look and feel like. And maybe it is a little different than your controlling self from maybe January, February had planned it. And you may worry that you're not paying attention enough, or that you don't understand it enough, or that you're not ready enough, or that it's somehow wrong. Those thoughts might come up for you, and that is okay. That's okay. This is a natural part of change and transition. What I will say, though, is as you kind of clarify and crystallize this next understanding throughout the month, and you keep checking in, you keep doing that gently, the clarity comes very strongly for you. Page of Pentacles is your last card I love. The Page of Pentacles for me is kind of where the Knight of Cups is kind of the dreamy, floaty, ooey gooey gushy guy. He may not have practical answers, but he has the dream and he has the love and the feeling of it, which is great. Love that, by the way. The Page of Pentacles comes in and says, here's what you need on the real world level. Here's your resources. Here's your door. Here's what you need. Here's how you're going to move forward. You're going to be fine. Let's get it. Right? He kind of pulls us back to the ground and gives us that next right step. So whatever, emotional landscape you go through this month, there is this pulling you back to the next right step. I have some affirmations for you for April that I'm really excited to share with you. So let's get into those. I open my heart to my greater destiny. I allow my light to shine brightly and courageously. I rest into inspired actions and feel energized. I allow clarity to move through my body so that I always know the next right thing. And that's the biggest thing. I think, easing into inspired actions, easing back in order to move forward is essential in April. And it's a very important part of the process. So keep that in mind as you're navigating this very interesting time. I think we can all agree with that. As you know, I have my Patreon where I'm doing a lot of the extra resources for this time. So if you're looking for a little more guidance when it comes to Saturn, when it comes to Venus, when it comes to just some mechanisms for dealing with anxiety or uncertainty or fear, I am absolutely adding new content all the time over there, pertinent stuff to kind of work through and with at this time. So if you're looking for extra support, it's all inclusive. One tier, you're in, you get it all. I would love to see you over there. You can also work with me one-on-one if you're looking for that extra support. I have some sessions available still at the end of April. I will be opening up more in May. So I would love to facilitate some safe space for you to explore who you're becoming. And if you're interested in that, I'll leave my link below. You can find me on Instagram at SarahVerba. And of course, you can also check out PinkLune's beautiful jewelry. She's always coming up with something new. I wear it every day, and she's just a light in my life. I will see you also soon for more moon magics, for more check-ins, for more resources. I'm sending you all my love, my Leo clan.